Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anizulaika binti Sukri and my metric number is 281557. So the objective for this project is to identify how the selected companies implement the accounting standard such as MFRS 108, 110, 116 and MFRS 133 and the key audit matters. This project also discussed on how the companies deal with the pandemic on the financial and other relating report. So, introduction on Coastal Construct Berhad. It is an energy sector industry that has established since 1976. It is a global integrated marine oil and gas services and installation provider company. The company's service is the sales, purchase, chartering and brokering, the new building, exploration and production project, ship repair and the maintenance.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I am Aina Masara binti Muhammad Izal, metric number 281455, will present Inari Metro Berhad. So this company is a company under the technology sector which founded in 2010 and located in Petaling Jaya, Selangor. This company provides electronic manufacturing service, EMS and also serve high quality services and products to the customers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hasni Falda binti Abdul Qadir. My metric number is 281473 and I would like to present about Tekna X Berhad company's background. Tekna X Berhad, or formerly known as Sinohua and International Berhad, was changed their company name to reflect its new business operation, which is a provider of digital ecosystems and energy storage solution. It was founded and based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and the aim is to be the largest technology company in Asia Pacific.
Hello everyone, I'm Zing with the metric number 281494 and here I'm to continue the presentations. Well, our last selected company for this project will be EcoWest Berhad. It is one of Malaysia's leading construction companies backed by a team of highly trained and dynamic professionals. Over the past 37 years, with its expertise and capabilities, it has evolved into a multi-functions construction-based entity that focuses on constructions, property developments and infrastructure consensus.
Presenting on the Eastern Environmental Berhad, it is a property sector and Premier Lafta Property Development Group. So here's the down below is the company's background.
Moving on to the disclosure of MFRS 108 of the 5 selected companies made before and during the pandemic year. Based on annual reports from financial year 2018 to 2020, there are no changes in accounting estimates and corrections of errors for them. However, there are numerous changes in accounting policy over the 3 years and basically are caused by the new standards or interpretation issued by MASB. Concerning the changes, all 5 companies have disclosed the title, the nature, the transitional provisions, the amount of the adjustment related to accounting treatment, as well as the significant impact on the companies. For the new standard or interpretation that has been issued but is not yet effective, all 5 companies have also disclosed it according to the standards prescribed requirements in their notes to the financial statement.
My name is Nur Mazin Doris binti Roslan. My number metric is 281572. I will be presented on the disclosure of MRSS 110. For Tekna X Berhad 2018, there is no disclosure. 2019 entered into share purchase agreement, and also for 2020, the same one. At Converse Berhad 2018, number of issue and pay out ordinary share capital. Company incorporated a new wholly owned subsidiary, DDBSB, acquired the entire issue and paid out share capital. For 2019, the outstanding ESOS expired. The company acquired further additional shares. And for 2020, the company completed the second and final tranche of the private placement. The company entered into 3 conditional share purchase agreements. And for Inari and Metrin Berhad 2018, issuance of bonus share and additional investment. 2019, disposal of the property and incorporation of a subsidiary. 2020, wholly owned subsidiary of company had been incorporated. Coastal Contracts Berhad for 2018, issued and paid out of the ordinary share capital. 2019, there is no disclosure. 2020, entered into a loan extension agreement with the bank to refinance the loan. For Eastern Environmental Berhad 2018, wholly owned subsidiary of the company has been incorporated. Disposal of the subsidiary, restricted issue of stock units. 2019, fundraising that comprised of private placement of stock units, and 2020, incorporation of a new joint venture, issuance of Suhu Muharabah, and thirdly is the COVID-19 pandemic adjustment.
The disclosure of MFRS 116 subsequent measurement in the selected companies are 4 out of 5 of them are stated their PPA using cost model, which indicates that their assets are carried at cost less cumulative depreciation and impairment. Meanwhile, for Tekna X Berhad, their PPE are stated at valuation cost. For financial year 2018, only Tekna X Berhad, Inari Amatan Berhad and Eastern and Oriental Berhad had recorded impairment. Over the 3 years 2018 until 2020, the Eco-West Berhad does not have impairment recorded regards to the nature of the business, which is civil engineering and building construction. In financial year 2019, Tekna X, Inari Amatan and Eastern and Oriental Berhad had recorded impairment. During the pandemic year 2020, the amount of impairment for Tekna X and Inari Amatan had increased. As for Coastal Contract Berhad, it was the first impairment recorded in the last 3 years.
As you can see on the slide, these 5 companies has their own key audit matters which consists of 2018, 2019 and also 2020. But the most key audit matters that happen in the company is in Eastern and Oriental Berhad. And meanwhile, the company with the least key audit matters in 2018, 2019 and 2020 is Coastal Contracts Berhad and also Inari Ametron Berhad. As you can see, the most key audit matters that happen in these companies consist of revenue recognition, inventory valuation and also investment valuation. However, there are some companies and some key audit matters in their companies which consist of goodwill valuation, PPE impairment, impairment evaluation of investment in associate, impairment evaluation of concession assets which happen in Eco-West Berhad and also Tekna X Berhad.
For financial statement analysis on Coastal Contract Berhad, under the liquidity, current ratio and quick ratio from 2018 to 2020 show a decreased trend, while for the inventory turnover and account receivable turnover shows an increased trend. For profitability ratio, 2019 is the best year since it shows a positive amount of the ratio amongst other years. And for solvency, 2019 also show a good response in terms of debt to equity, debt to asset and time interest earn ratio.
The statement analysis of Inari Ametron Berhad, under the liquidity ratios, which consists of current ratio and also quick ratio, it has an upward trend from 2018 until 2020. However, for inventory turnover and also account receivable turnover, it has a downward trend from 2018 until 2020. For profitable ratios, which consists of return on equity and also return on assets, it has a downward trend also from 2018 until 2020 for both ratios under the profitability ratios. For solvency ratios, which consists of debt to equity and also debt to assets, it also has a downward trend from 2018 until 2020. However, for the time interest earned for solvency ratios, it shows that from 2018 until 2019, the value of time interest earned has decreased. However, from 2019 to 2020, it has increased from the time.
I will be moving on the financial statement analysis for Eastern and Oriental Berhad. For liquidity, 2018 has the best ratio for current ratio, quick ratio, inventory turnover and also account receivable turnover. Profitability also 2018 has the best ratio for the return on equity and return on asset. For solvency, the best year is for 2020, debt to equity, debt to asset and also time interest earned.
For Tekna X Berhad, the liquidity ratio showed a downward trend in both current and quick ratios, while profitability ratios indicate an unfavorable sign throughout the 3 financial years. This may be a result of changing nature of Tekna X business operation. For the solvency, the ratios indicate a favorable amount. This shows that the group was funded by assets.
For Eco-West Berhad, from its liquidity, profitability, and solvency ratios computed, Eco-West generally shows a notable downward trend for its positions and performance. The group situation deteriorated further, especially during the pandemic period. Although Eco-West is still able to make itself in the liquid state, its liquidity levels are getting much lower than before they were in the pandemic. The same goes for profitability ratios. It appears that Eco-West is profitable with positive values. However, the dramatic fall signifies that its ability to generate earnings and values is significantly reducing. If any unexpected situation arises, it may have difficulty meeting its long-term obligations too. It may be unable to make interest payments when they become due, since their time interest earned is only slightly greater than 1 time, and the debt accounts for nearly 3/4 of the assets. If this happens, Eco-West may face bankruptcy even if it sells off its assets.
As a conclusion, MFRS 108 shall disclose with retrospective or prospective method which will impact either prior, current or future period. MFRS 110 shall disclose when the date of financial statement were authorized and shall be updated if there's a new information after the reporting period. MFRS 116 is disclosed when based on determined gross clearing amount, depreciation method used and the useful life. For MFRS 133, some disclosure apply in the event an entity records an impairment loss, while others are required irrespective of any impairment loss. Lastly, key audit matter is based on auditor's opinion regarding the current financial statement. So that's all from me. Thank you.